What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Bleach edition. Took a little while, but we finally caught up. So, as always, first and foremost, gotta give a shout out to the Studio Perriot, and I might be pronouncing that wrong, so I'll look up the pronunciation for the next time. But also gotta give a shout out to the creator, Tite Kubo. Appreciate all parties involved. The last and final arc of Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, third season's out now, 3 episodes out. It's finally time to catch up. The first episode is basically a recap of the last episode of season 2, so you're not really missing anything. But episodes 2 and 3, or 28 and 29, were great episodes, action-packed. I think everybody can agree that the quality of the episodes that Studio Perriot has been putting out have been phenomenal. Absolute cinema, from the animation to the music to the voice acting, has all been great. So once again, big shout out to the studio. Episode 2 covered chapter 612 to about 615, and then episode 3, titled The Dark Arm, covers chapters 615 to about 619. And for anybody that doesn't know, the creator Kubo is very involved with the way the episodes have been coming out. So for the manga readers, the sequence of events might be changed around a little bit. Nothing too crazy so far, but certain things have happened before they were shown in the manga, and some things that have already happened haven't been shown in the anime, but you might have already seen in the manga. So it's interesting, but from what I gather, it's helping with the pacing a little bit and things like that, making it more fluent and concurrent as far as the scenes go. So regardless, they've been doing a great job with it. If you've seen throughout this whole war or the raid that the Quincy's have been performing, they've been ahead of the Soul Reapers in every step of the way. And in episode 2, we just see another form of that, and we see that the King of the Quincy's has stated that he has foreseen all the events that have been going on. And so we see that once again he tricks Ichigo and company into him being the one to actually take out the Soul King. And once this happens, we already see that the world is going through some type of change, but we don't actually know what. So for any fan of the series, this moment is pretty terrifying, because they've only stated that once this happens, it would be the end of all worlds in the Bleach universe. So things aren't looking good for the rest of the people. And in episode 3, we see that some of the captains are trying to take things into their own hands and are trying to stabilize the Soul Society. We see one of the oldest captains, Captain Ukitake, take things into his own hands, literally, and lets people know that he'd be able to take place of the Soul King after a flashback that was extended in the anime. So once again, shout out to the studio. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the episode, and the fact that the creator, Kubo, is very involved with this production and is doing very well with it. He's been able to expand some of the panels, make more extensive scenes, helping with the fluidity of the story. So once again, shout out to those guys. And he basically mentions how, thought of as an urban legend, he basically carries the right arm of the Soul King, something that had fell down from the heavens and ended up being with him. Definitely my favorite panel of the week. I just found it to be a very touching scene. Absolute cinema. I love the calmness about it, because we just saw his parents crying hysterically trying to save their child. And so now we see him being in a scene of absolute peace, but then it flashing to basically the end of his life. He's putting his body on the line so that hopefully he'd be able to stabilize the Soul Society, and the rest of the people would have a little bit more time to try to really figure out a plan and try to fix what's going on. The episode ends with a big cliffhanger, because we see that Ukitake's best friend, another one of the oldest captains and now Captain Commander, we see that Shunsoi ends up having a meeting with Aizen, who's basically been banished, sent to the depths of the Soul Society, never to be heard from again. But one of the strongest people, and I'm assuming wants his assistance of his spiritual pressure. Aizen's spiritual pressure being massive might be able to help with whatever Uruhara has going on. But with all that being said, looking forward to next week. Looking forward to episode 4. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. And to the manga readers, let me know what you guys thought about the adaptation. Till next time. Peace.